Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to ATI Pro Media. We got an action-packed show for you. Well, lots to talk about. March Madness has started. Will March Madness start in the markets? It already has. Look at the NASDAQ, folks. NASDAQ was up 300. Everybody talking about NVIDIA. Jim Cramer from CNBC, he's going to be meeting with the chairman or CEO of NVIDIA today. What's that have to do with you, the rancher? Not a damn thing, but it's fun to talk about. Corn was up 3 or 4 last night. Now it's down 2. And maybe it does have something to do with you, right? Maybe the money wants the stock market. Maybe it has a lot to do with you because the stock market's going up so much right now that the Fed's not going to be able to lower rates. And so folks are pulling these Fed rate cuts out. Also, we on headlines, we had problems in Ukraine and Odessa. Putin, shocker alert, hit the shocker alert. Putin won the election. I know some of you were hanging on, wondering what was going to go on, but Putin in charge again for the 8th time or something crazy. I lost track. But if you think our politics are nuts, you should take a spin over to Russia. What else do we have for headlines? Didn't see any export sales today. Fed meeting later in the week. We're about 8 trading days away from the March 28th crop report. Crop report, folks, this year coming out on a Thursday. Usually we figure the 31st. Coming out on a Thursday, the 28th, Good Friday, 29th, long weekend. Risk needs to be managed. Whether you work with advanced trading, someone else, or you do it yourself, please take a pencil to the numbers. With that, let's bring Connor in the show. At the end, we got Brady talking about how his bull sale went, and we should have a really good morning. Connor B, what's going on, March Madness? I heard you got involved with some Guinness last night.
My wife and I tradition. We're going to eat Reubens. We're going to make corned beef, and we're probably going to get a few Guinnesses too. That's how we celebrate St. Patrick's Day at my house. And so, other thing I got to say, Tommy, congrats to my Fighting Illini Big Ten tournament champions. Right. I was hoping maybe we'd pull through for a 2 seed in the tournament. I'm happy with the 3 seed. Hopefully they can make a run. Right. They haven't been able to do it. And I was talking to a client last night that happened to be a Purdue fan. And I've got some expert analysis for you, Tommy.
Oh, boy.
Since Purdue has been number 1, corn market has been doing this. It's been on a slide. I think if we get Purdue out of the top 10, we need to get Zach Edey out of there. Maybe we could see a little rally in the corn market. So that's for my Purdue fans out there.
Well, I'll anger some more Purdue fans. Purdue does well during the regular season. When it comes go time, they usually crack. I mean, that's just what they do. I know their coach has been there a long time. I do not see Purdue going very far. So if you're a Purdue fan, try to catch every moment of every game because it's going to end in tears like it does every other year. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. So with that, some other shocker, right? Your prediction on Purdue, same along those lines. Prediction: Putin wins the election. Who could have seen it coming, Tommy?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Only 2 color. I think he won 80% of the vote. Way to go, Vladimir.
Will the 20% be murdered overnight? What happens over there when
I think it's a mandatory prison sentence if you don't vote him. So, but the one stat that really made me laugh is the voter turnout. Right. I think everyone knew Putin, but they knew Putin was going to win. But it was 75% voter turnout, right? Which I don't know if I'm going to believe that number. If you knew he was going to win, I think I would have just stayed home. But that's me. Who knows?
Absolutely. What else do we have for headlines here over the weekend?
Same thing along Russia. Not as much of a laughing matter. Drone attack on Odessa damages agribusinesses. I think on this show, Tommy, and overall in the ag world, in the ag space, we don't talk about Ukraine and Russia as much as we would have a year ago. Definitely not as much as we would have 2 years ago, right? But it is continuing to ongoing. We see Russia's drone attack on Odessa in that Black Sea region, right? It's a big deal. We'll see. Ukraine's gotten very good at exporting wheat, corn, sunflowers, but we'll continue to monitor, right? Putin's got a new he's got another, how long is their term? 4-6 years, I think. It might be longer than
Too
that.
long. Yeah, it's just going to keep going. And it's a very serious situation for Ukraine. Did I read over the weekend that France is actually sending physical troops over there? Was that a commitment? I believe I did see some chatter about that. We'll check into that. Things are not getting better over there. They're getting worse. We are on the 2-year anniversary. And it's a serious situation. With that, the world's found other places to grow grain. Probably the greatest country or countries to benefit. South America just stepping up and producing a lot more stuff. I believe we'll have some slides in South America here in a little bit.
Yeah. So with that, let's talk. We got a Fed. The Fed is meeting this week. Is that Wednesday, Tommy? Tuesday?
Yeah,
Wednesday, isn't it?
share my slide. This is free to all you out there in the world. Joe, you could pop that up, share my page over there. You got the Fed Watch page. Maybe I need to do it. I could do it. There we go.
There
Yeah,
it is.
CME Fed Watch tool. That's right there. Folks, just Google CME Fed Watch tool. Looks like 2 days, 3 hours, 54 minutes, and 4 seconds. We're going to have Fed meeting. Do we expect them to do anything? No, but watch the meeting after. The headline is not the big deal. It's the verbiage. Jay Powell, as they say, he'll be out there yapping and bapping, and that can move the markets, especially when you have a volatile stock market like we have here. Last week, as you guys know, I had a chance to host Scott the Cow Guy show on RFD TV, both Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and boy, inflation was a hot topic, and we had some great folks on there. It's interesting, Connor, because some of the folks I interviewed, one of the guys I interviewed, Adam Johnson, he used to be a Bloomberg. He was on the Bloomberg desk for years. I mean, these guys are pros. They're from New York. They're dialed in. Of course, Kenny Polcari and some others. Kenny Polcari has a seat on New York Stock Exchange. It's really interesting to get that East Coast financial perspective and to be sitting on the other seat, right? I'm used to being interviewed. I'm not used to interviewing people. It's definitely something that, I'll give you or Brady or anyone at Advanced Trading or anyone in the world, the whole 120 people watching us today. If you want to get better at speaking in public, go speak in public. If you want to get better on live streaming, start a live stream and just go out there and have a conversation. Of course, speaking of conversation, if people want to comment, we do have the comment section open. We'll gladly do our best to answer a comment or question if it's worth looking at. What else do you have, my friend? Some charts from South America.
Yeah. Charts. Before we jump into South America, you want to look at COT report. We saw it out Friday, and so good to see. Last time we talked about commitment of traders report, we talked about the massive shorts that we have in corn and soybeans. They're still there, Tommy, but we're seeing a little bit of a short covering rally. As you can see, that black line, 23.24. That's where we are. The fund positioning, right? Very short still, but we're starting to tick up on soybeans. Good to see, and a nice short covering rally. Same thing on corn. We continue to cover our shorts, right? We started covering those corn shorts probably, February 16th, February 10th, if I can read that chart. And we continue to cover them, right? It's good to see. We've got a long way to go before we're really going to call this a short covering rally, but hopefully maybe that massive short position is going to be, we're going to rally from here is what I hope to see.
Yeah, and don't forget, Connor, we've rallied 75 cents, I believe, in soybeans.
Right. Great point.
And we just did it so gently and slow, and 12 cents and 8 cents, and we were that depressed. These corn levels are coming back. The corn's different, though. You see corn, it's 25.30 off the low. They've still lost another 10 cents just from when we made our low, and that cost to carry and the price of money and everything else. That's why I'm telling you, I said on one of last week's show, the most important thing that happened last week was interest rates were on the rise and have no, I want to say no chance. They are all these rate cuts people are talking about. We could actually use a rate hike if the stock market is going to stay like this. Real quick, let's tell people about premium content, what we're doing. Yeah. Welcome to ATI Pro Media, powered by Advanced Trading. We're a financial channel that loves agriculture. For just $1 a day, you'll receive advanced trading research, actionable text, and a minimum of 6 videos a week featuring industry experts and insight. Click the button below to subscribe today. Well, look at that crew. All too much fun. This is ATI Pro Media live on YouTube, X, and everything else. This is free. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you want more content, we have 6 videos a day. Last Friday, producer Joe, show him who we had. Mr. Kurt Struber was on last Friday. That was fun. Kurt talked about merchandising magic. Kurt's one of the brokers over the merchandising side, one of our few who's going to be talking about the commercial aspect. Then on Saturday morning, Mr. Don Wick was on from the Red River Farm Network, and he talked about the whole week, what happened. We talked about interest rates. We talked about DC and politics. Don, I asked Don, how long have you been in this business? And the answer was 42 years. Wow. Don Wick is truly a professional, and we could all learn a lot from him. So if that's something you're interested in or not, just watch this show. But if you want more, if you want actionable text, if you want to keep in touch with the markets. That's what we're doing. We have a great team. I would love to take all the credit for doing it. The truth is, there's for every one person you see on this screen, there's 10 behind us. So with that, let's continue on, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Other thing I have, Tommy, South American weather. Let's touch base. And overall, it's not really a big factor. Meaning, if we look, I'm going to skip ahead actually and look at the GFS model, right? Next 14 days, we are looking at normal precipitation in especially northern Brazil, right? That's the big corn growing Mato Grosso. And so maybe a little bit above normal, but for the next 14 days, GFS model is predicting normal weather conditions, and we're going to see good corn growing conditions moving forward. And so, same thing, past 48 hours, they've got a little precip, right? I'm sure they could use a little bit more. Southern Brazil down there, probably a little more than they needed, but I'm sure they'll take it, giving corn crop is generally, it's almost all planted. I'm going to guess next time we see a planting progress, it's going to be a 90-95%. And so they are getting rain. The precipitation is coming so far. And so in the next few months, we're probably going to talk a lot about these GFS models. And so I'll save my opinions for a later date on those. Right, they're about as accurate as maybe my March Madness bracket when we look that far out, looking at the next 14 days. But let's pay attention to it. And overall message out of South America is normal precipitation for the next couple weeks.
Yeah, real quick, we have we're getting back to traditional weather. We're getting back to traditional weather in the Midwest next 10 to 14 days. Put your planners away, get them ready. But we're going to have some snow coming in, some colder weather. Looking at temperatures in North Dakota, Iowa. This is March weather. We're back. Whatever the heck happened with those 70s and 80s, and we're back to normal. Speaking of normal, let's get in someone exciting who had a abnormally good bull sale down there in Dodge City, Kansas, Mr. Brady Huck. Brady, let's go full screen on Brady. What happened on Friday?
It was a great day for a bull sale. Had a nice sunny day here in Dodge City. A great crowd of repeat buyers, some new faces. Bulls sold pretty well. Some surprising, better than others, and others went to great homes for fair prices. Now I don't know that everybody walked away with that bull, but it was a good day, and it's a lot of fun. Sale day is a lot of fun. Family, friends, and just a great time. So I think we'll do it again, Tommy.
Yes, we will do it again.
We'll do it again.
Percentage bought in person versus percentage bought online.
That's a good question. A lot of them are done in person at our sale, especially this year. But we did have some online buyers that weren't able to make the trip out, and we'll get some data on the bidders. I always wonder who was the second bidder, and we get to see some of that in the online data that comes in.
Good stuff. Good. And any shout outs? DV Auctions hosted that part.
Yep, they've hosted our auction for a number of years, and great. They do a great job, and it's a familiar place where a lot of bull sales are. They can go on and access it. So, yep, good stuff there.
Cattle on feed this week, sir?
Yep, cattle on feed report is Friday. Cattle market was lower last week. Feeders took it harder than fats. We got a nice bounce to start the week. Funds their long cattle and short corn right now. But we got a cattle on feed report this Friday. Going to get some new data to digest, and we'll see what happens here. Great opportunities in the cattle market, though.
Absolutely. And also, just a quick ad while we're doing infomercials, Mr. Brady Huck sells this good stuff right here. LRP. Brady Huck, Tony Dunker, selling LRP, can do futures and options. Always a fun little addition there. Anything else, gentlemen? I am so wanting a cup of coffee. So we after the show, I'm going to record a little premium content with our friend PJ Quaid. He's awesome. He's down there at RJ O'Brien in the options trading floor down there at the CME, CBOT, whatever they call it. I heard it's becoming the Chicago Board of Trade is going to become a museum. Actually, they're going to make it a museum piece. So
are they going to have so if it's a museum, where is the Tommy Grisafi exhibit going to go? Because that's where I want to go.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. The floors provided wonderful opportunities for people in the Midwest, but the ability to trade electronic provided wonderful opportunities for people all over the world. And I want you all to think about that as we're live streaming now. See 160 people on the stream. Thanks for watching. We could be anywhere. You have no clue where I'm at today, nor do I. But we see you, we hear you, we want to help you, and coming to you from wherever I am, we need to keep educating ourselves because the world's changed. And those big bad guys you thought in Chicago who were running the pits, they don't exist anymore. Everyone has a fair and equal opportunity. Now, there is one little part, guys. The big boys are working at the speed of light. They work in 1/1000th of a second. But if you think cattle are going up or down, or cattle are worth the price of hedging, the 1/1000th of the second doesn't matter as much as getting the hedge on, getting the LRP, getting the cash sold, whether it be in the corn or beans or anything else. The money in marketing is made in selling. And although sometimes we oftentimes send back money for protecting, it's kind of a bad money. I mean, I'd much rather have a 15-cent put this year go off worthless and have $1 better cash sale. What do you guys think?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the best trades we did last year, Tommy, was selling 620, 630 corn and having a call just in case, right? We didn't know we were going to grow. Well, that call expired worthless. Net, we're still, in that $596 range. So absolutely.
And the cattle boys, Brady, they just love being long cattle. They can't help themselves. But
we can't buy enough physical cattle. Let's go buy it on paper too, right?
I love it. Well, God bless. All right, everyone. Tom Grisafi from Valparaiso, Indiana. Brady Huck from Dodge City, Kansas. Connor Bridgman, Assumption, Illinois. We are ATI Pro Media, and I want you all to have a great day. See you, boys.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.